Hello, 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 and thank you for checking out the Luttrell Show for service and hospitality entrepreneurs. My name is Jason, and here are the stories for Wednesday, February 24th. Biden calls for federal minimum wage hike. Don't apply for your PPP loan now, do it right now. Who cares about the Ace of Spades? World Central Kitchen and José Andrés saved Texas from its own politicians. All right, so the first story is the $15 minimum wage. Who's it for and who's against it and what's next? And this is coming from CNET. And their headline story reads, the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill is out of committee as of Monday, bringing it one step closer to a vote in the House of Representatives. Included in the bill are additional provisions to help Americans suffering financially from the pandemic, such as a third stimulus check, an extension to the $400 weekly unemployment bonus, and a federal minimum wage increase to $15 an hour. It's still too early to say if it will pass or not. During a CNN town hall on February 16th, President Joe Biden confirmed his support for the pay hike. And he is quoted as saying, here's the deal. He always starts sentences like that. Here's the deal. It's about doing it gradually. We're at $7.25 an hour now. No one should work 40 hours a week and live in poverty. I'm with you on that, Joe. He said, so let's say you're going to increase the minimum wage from $7.25 an hour between now and the end of 25 to $12 an hour to $13. You double somebody's pay and the impact on businesses would be absolutely diminished, and it would generate economic growth. Notice he said he was definitely talking about the economic impact for small businesses, and that's a real thing. As minimum wage goes up, the cost of living is going to go up, and a lot of experts would call that a wash, as in the people who receive the raise would not necessarily be impacted because their cost of living would go up. All right, so I'll let you leave it in the comments what your thoughts and opinions are on that. The next story is the smallest businesses are getting extra PPP help. What you need to know before you apply. Stop what you're doing right now and go and apply for your PPP loan if you have a business of your own. It's super, super important because we only have 2 weeks to apply if you are a sole proprietor, a solopreneur, whatever it is that your situation is. But if you have less than 20 employees, then there's money allocated and bandwidth that's allocated for you to apply for the PPP loan right now. So this is from CNBC, and the headline and the bullet points that they outline are businesses can apply for either first or second draw of funds. Now, you want to get into the first round. Second bullet point is the self-employed can now get more forgivable funding. Hallelujah to that. That's awesome. That means that you should get out there today because there's a certain amount of money and bandwidth allocated to applying and receiving these funds. And the third bullet point is apply as soon as possible. I'm not sure if I can emphasize or stress this enough. Get out there and apply for your loan right now. If you're a sole proprietor, solopreneur, freelancer, get out there and apply anyways, even if you don't think that you're going to get it, because it's, there could be money available for you and you just don't know it yet. All right, the third big story that I have for today is LVMH buys 50% stake in Jay-Z's champagne brand Armand de Brignac, which is also known as the Ace of Spades. This also comes from CNBC. Oh, so I got two stories from CNBC. All right, so the story reads that Jay-Z's relationship with Armand de Brignac started in 2006 with a 50% stake in the brand and debuted in his Show Me What You Got music video before it officially launched later that year. He had previously endorsed Cristal in his songs before the executive Louis Roederer made disparaging comments about his role in hip-hop culture. Big mistake. The rapper, whose given name is Sean Carter, bought the remaining half of Armand de Brignac in 2014. Okay, setting aside the fact that he is an excellent entrepreneurial story who transcended media and built this incredible global brand, as entrepreneurs in the spirits and hospitality space, who cares? This is, regardless of what your opinion of Armand de Brignac is, whether you like it or hate it, it's still a very valuable brand, and big ups to Jay-Z for maneuvering this. And what does he possibly gain out of this? Probably a lot of money, probably a board seat somewhere. How does this compete with José? Who cares? Who cares? The guy's doing great. I think we should celebrate that before we talk shit about some deal that he made with people that are going to be wealthier than we will probably ever be. So it's an aspirational story, but as far as the nuts and bolts and plumbing of the deal, who cares? All right, the next story is just the story that we should also aspire to as far as being a chef or a mixologist or whatever it is that you are. This is how you help. And so José Andrés is helping, the headline reads that José Andrés is helping Texans affected by Winter Storm Uri. And this is from mash.com, which means that it's a couple of different stories that are mashed up together, which is great for me because this is basically a content digest. So Eater describes how as soon as they arrived, Jose Andres paired with the local group Good Work Austin to organize restaurants into cooking and delivering food into shelters, warming stations, senior citizen centers, and other places in need in an efficient manner. According to Delish, they have served well over 2,000 plates in the last week. And Jose Andres' organization, World Central Kitchen, explained that their efforts in Austin were part of a broader response to the catastrophic shutdown in Texas. They had also helped arrange efforts in Houston, Fort Worth, San Antonio, and Dallas. And again, Jose Andres is amazing. Sainthood. Canonize this man. It's not just in the United States, but he does stuff all over the world. He was very, very present in Puerto Rico. This is what we should all aspire to be. Is a bigger contribution than just food and drink, and it's how you deliver it. I think is so incredibly important. That's all the stories that I have for today. For stories, ideas, comments, errors, and omissions, please send a message to Jason Luttrell on any social media platform or email me podcast@jluttrell.com. All articles are property of their original publisher, so please be sure to check out the show notes for links to the original sources. Head to our group, Service and Hospitality Entrepreneurs, on Facebook to join the discussion, or search for Jason Luttrell on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and I'm even on Clubhouse now. So subscribe to The Luttrell Show wherever you get your podcasts. This show takes about 35 minutes to produce every single time, so if you like it, please consider taking 3 minutes to leave a candid comment or review. I've been Jason Luttrell, and we will see you next time.